I suck at this game so much.
Hey guys, welcome back to the video. I am here in Reno and I have a very special collaboration coming up here for you guys. I want to introduce to you guys two of my new good friends here, Kale and Emma. Come on down. This is Kale from Cruise Comp Captain and
hey
Emma
guys.
from Abroad That Travels.
Hello.
I want to welcome here to you guys here to my video. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk about cruises. We're going to talk about comps, both on land and at sea. We're going to talk about travel. So really looking forward to spending the day here with you guys, and so good to finally meet you guys.
You too. We're excited.
And we have a storm incoming here. We're going to go ahead and go to another location. We'll see you guys there. I want to give just a very quick shout out to number one, the patron that comped us our drinks here at the lounge, but also a special thanks to the Drinks Lounge here at the Silver Resort. Drinks, D-R-I-N-X Lounge, Drinks Lounge. So shout out to you guys for allowing us to film. Anyways, we're here we're gonna have a conversation with you guys. This is gonna be kind of a roundtable discussion. We're gonna talk about, you know, their channels. We'll talk about my channel. We'll talk about our lives because they're pretty similar in that we both try to utilize comps and perks and get a good value out of the places that we're staying. Me staying on land casinos, and you guys are doing it in the ocean, which I think is crazy. So just tell the viewers a little bit about yourselves and your channels, and we'll go from there.
Cool.
First
a cheers.
Cheers. Thank you guys for being here.
Yep.
Drank out
Thank
my
you,
story.
and thank
Cheers
you
to
for
you guys.
Henry driving up to Reno today.
Yeah.
It was
Oh my
a
God.
bit of a drive from Vegas.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again for your likes, comments, and subscribes. And also make sure to check out their channels and show them some love as well.
A lot of people think that Reno and Vegas are close together. They're not. It's a big state. So shout out to
7.5 hour drive.
But yeah, so my channel, Cruise Comp Captain. So I've been primarily living on cruise ships for the past, I would say, 3+ years now.
Wow. Wow.
So we're obviously out here right now, but that's primarily what I've been doing through different casino play and cruise comp offers, and the strategy of not only the play itself, but then stringing all of those things together. Just like on your channel, where you're constantly showing how you're scheduling and you're planning for the next month, and you have to kind of forecast
Absolutely.
where you're going to be and things like that. So that's kind of my channel. I showcase that side of things, and then
And I'm along for the ride. I just show up. Half the time, I don't even know where we're going. People are like, what ship are you on next? And I'm like, I have no idea. Ask Kale. He's the one that works hard so that we can get all the cruise offers, which is very nice. I actually ended up leaving my job so that I could travel with him, and that's been super fun. So I kind of document our travel adventures and kind of how I'm feeling during it. I think I've heard a lot of people who are like, I just want to quit my job and travel full time. And I'm like, but wait. But wait, like, think about the environment that you're going to be in. Because I don't know if you've ever been, you said you've been on a couple cruises, right?
A few cruises.
Would you say it's always like relaxing? Like, you know, like there's a lot of people, and for me, it's a little bit of a different experience than I expected. So I'm kind of sharing that experience on my channel and hoping to find some people to connect with about that.
And I like your style, like doing the vlog style. And
Thank you.
surprisingly, she actually edits her videos on her phone, which, can you believe it? It's unbelievable. So she edits it all on the phone. She has really good music, and she also has a videography background, so she has a really good eye.
Thank you. I really
appreciate that.
Yeah.
From the technical side of things on your channel. So that's
I really
awesome.
appreciate that. It's fun for us to travel. One of my favorite things is travel photography. So basically, it's like a dream for me to just walk out and be in a different place every day and be able to take cool pictures. And Kale was saying the other day, we were driving in the car, and he was like, I can't believe how many pictures you've taken. Like, it's so cool. We'll look back on this time and just really have a lot of like great memories from that. So
Nice.
it's fun.
Right on.
Yeah, very fun.
All right, so let's talk about some questions with regards to cruising. I've been asked in the comments, and are also suggested, like, you should do a Nomad of the Seas and go work remotely on cruise ships and stuff. And I've thought about it. I think it would be a great idea. I love the ocean. I love travel and stuff. But my only reservation, my big reservation, would be dealing with the Wi-Fi. I remember on my last cruise that I went with Financial Advisor, this is before the channel, Wi-Fi packages are anywhere from $25 minimum up to $75, $100 per day.
Yeah.
So how do you guys living on cruise ships navigate Wi-Fi?
Well, first, don't do it. Don't try to work from a cruise ship because the connection is terrible.
Oh.
Like you could do a call or something. Likely it'll get dropped. Once you add video, it's gonna be dropped. Really can't do like Teams or Zoom or something like that. So if you have a job like, when I was working in sales, I couldn't do it because I couldn't take a call with a customer and share my screen and stuff like that. So that is my warning. If you need a reliable source of internet, don't do it. If you're just sending emails and you're just doing your own thing, it's totally fine.
Okay. So probably then in that regard, cruising is not for me.
It's tough.
She definitely has more of the high stakes like work experience. Like, hey, I need this call to work and it needs to stream and like high level stuff like that. But for me, for my uses and stuff like that, I've actually never had a problem with the internet. Now, how we get around the expense of the internet, that's luckily because now of our status on the cruise lines we sail, we get complimentary internet. So we don't have to pay for it.
We have 3 devices.
We have 3 devices of complimentary internet. So it could be phone, laptop, and you can also switch between them. So like even if you had one device and you earned a complimentary, you could switch from your phone to your laptop. You just change the log. You use the same login.
Okay.
So if you needed, you could use the internet wherever you want, just not at the same time.
Interesting. Okay.
But
wow.
Yeah, for work reliability, she's lived it. So
okay, that's good to know.
I'm glad
I asked that question.
But for me, I'm glad she was here because I would have been like, it's great. Cool. Like I've streamed everything I need to stream and watch, but I've never had a high stakes thing.
You can upload a YouTube video in like 12 hours, so if that's something you're interested in.
The upload speeds we get back on land and we upload a YouTube video and I was like, that took 8 minutes. I'm used to like 4 hours like refreshing on my phone and making sure that I just thought that was YouTube because all of my YouTube stuff was on C. So until I got back, I didn't know that it was the internet.
Wow, so you had to film and then wait until you got to port.
Oh yeah.
To upload all your videos and stuff.
Oh, I uploaded on the ship, but it took so long. I was like, all right, I need to do the thing, I need to do the editing, and then I need to give it like the rest of the day to possibly upload, and then and now I can post the video so fast that I didn't know.
Wow,
I didn't know that was a thing. So
that's wild.
Cool.
So as far as like earning your statuses and comps, is it similar to how I've kind of earned mine, just like playing in the casinos? I know we've spoken off camera and stuff. Like I used to do a lot of craps, but now I'm incorporating a lot more slots and video poker just because of their, I guess, lower house edge or whatnot.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the same thing for getting perks on cruises and stuff?
Yeah, it's a good question. So we primarily sail on 2 cruise lines and they're owned by the same company. So I'll speak with that in mind. So if anyone's on a different cruise line, it works different. Keep that in mind. So we sail mostly on Royal Caribbean. Or Celebrity Cruise Line. Yeah, I know. Not sponsored. Blur this out, please. But so the way it works there is that there's really 2 statuses you get with the cruise line. There's the status that you get that is a lifetime status that you earn just from every night you sail, whether you play in the casino or do anything else. If you book a cruise, you sail 7 nights, you get 7 points towards Royal Caribbean's status. Right? It's called the Crown and Anchor Society. Now, there's also a casino on board. So that's a yearly status that resets every April. And so how many points you earn in the casino count towards your yearly Casino Royale. It's called Club Royale. Okay. That status. So at any one time, you have 2 statuses going on. And you'll get perks for the Royal Caribbean status from Royal Caribbean. And that can include things like free internet. That can include things like laundry
drinks.
Photos, drinks across the ship and stuff like that. And then you have the earning free cruises and stuff is from the Club Royale side of things. So you play a certain number of points on an individual sailing, you can earn an onboard certificate to guarantee a free cruise for next time. And then they'll also send you marketing offers. So just like if you were going to play here at the Silver Legacy, you might get offers from Caesars Properties because it's one of the Caesars properties.
Yeah, and I will be playing.
And that's why it's here, right?
I will be priming these machines.
So you'll get on land in casinos like this, you play and then you don't get comped for it. You'll get your immediate like comps on your card, but you won't get like your free rooms, your free play and stuff like that until weeks or months down the line, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how the marketing offers work on cruises. But the nice thing is that you can earn an onboard certificate. So if I play a certain number of coin in on these cruise ships, I can leave that same sailing with a new free cruise in hand, guaranteed.
So you can get off at the port and then come back on the ship again. For
So
the next
I
cruise.
just had that question in a recent Q&A video. So you can't use it for the very next sailing because it's everyone on that ship is already accounted for by maritime law and stuff like that. But I will have a list of cruises to choose from, and sometimes it could be 2 weeks out. But all of usually there's like a list of offers you can choose, sailings from different places that you can pick for the number of points you earn, and you can book it right away. You have like 30 days.
Months and months out too. So like, say you get something for Caesar's property, and it's like next month you need to come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you'll get $20 free play each time. Well, if you get like a cruise offer, you could book it 6 months from now, 7 months from now, because I know a lot of people have like vacation times that vary. So that's kind of the nice thing too, is we can set things out kind of far, which, you know, helps with some flexibility of travel.
Yeah, but the nice thing about, so that's the earned offers on board, but the nice thing about like cruising long term is that they'll send a whole slew full of offers usually to your onboard account or in the mail.
Yeah.
And because most people take cruise like once every couple of years, they've got jobs, they've got stuff. They only expect you to book one of those offers. You know what I mean? Oh, pick the one you like the best and book it.
So the
reason why I live on cruise ships, I book all of them. Book all of them. Book everything in there. So
like 80 or something, probably.
Yeah, how many nights have you been at sea? Like
me personally, I've done 500 and close to 530 nights at sea.
Holy shit!
And Emma,
I think I'm like 250.
About half that.
Compared to
wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
He was by himself for a while, cruising by himself.
All alone.
All alone
by myself, surrounded by thousands of people.
Yeah.
But yes.
Wow. So what do you do to what games specifically do you guys play? Do you guys do video poker, slot machines? Do you do any of the table games on board? Like I love the game of craps. So craps is my main thing. But again, as I mentioned, I've expanded into video poker and slots, and I'm enjoying that because I know what I'm getting. Whereas a pit boss will decide what my rating is each session in craps, and that can vary.
Right, so and you kind of have to stay on top of it to make sure you're getting rated correctly and stuff like that too.
Right.
Right.
Which I haven't been good at, but I've been better about asking them at the end of my sessions.
So the game. So I've been, anyone who's followed my channel or knows, I've been a professional poker player for a long time, close to 15 years now, and so they have live Texas Hold'em tables, but they don't. The tricky thing is they don't actually give. It's the only game in the casino they don't give points towards earning cruises.
Really? So how do you do it?
So I have to play other games in order to earn the cruises, and I try to play as little as possible to earn the maximum amount of cruise offers that I can take, so that I can then take the cruises, so then I can make money playing poker on the cruises, if that makes sense. So it's this whole economy going, and that's why she's like, yeah, Kale figures it out. Well, because it's kind of complicated. I enjoy it, and it's interesting. It's a puzzle to solve.
Yeah.
But to do those, I'll play things like video poker. I will play slots, more often like low volatility slots. Basically things that have a low burn and don't require like a huge bankroll in order to earn like key thresholds of points. And so video poker is huge for that, and I've played video poker for a long time. But mix some slots in there because it seems to me that if you're a slot player, you earn more account offers
for sure.
and better account offers than if you were just a video poker player. And again, that's just in my experience. So I kind of like pepper in the minimum amount of slots to earn lots of offers, but then do the rest on video poker with like a very small edge to the house, and then make that edge up and more playing live poker under the radar.
That's interesting. I know that in most of the casinos that I frequent, you earn 1 tier credit or 1 point per $5 spend on slot machines and $10 per video poker. Is it similar on cruise ships?
Actually, it was exactly that on these 2 cruise lines that we're sailing on. They just changed it though. So you've talked about on your channel, and I'd love to get into this, actually segue from this, but it's $5 through on a slot machine would be one point, right? On to your point, whatever
Right.
for those offers, and $10 through for video poker. Now it's $15 through for video poker, so they've
my
tightened it up.
Wow.
Pay tables are way worse than on land too, so that makes it tough, right?
The video poker pay tables are definitely worse than on land, but even a bad video poker pay table with perfect strategy is a lot smaller house edge than slots. So they're starting. They are starting to like crack down on that in general too. Which is why I want to ask you, because you've been talking about on your channel and other stuff like that. Do you feel like, I mean, with the cruising, you can see how they're tightening things up. Are you noticing the same thing with your channel? Like, it seems like the last few videos I've watched, it's like, oh, it's harder to.
It is.
I know there could be events coming on, and that makes it challenging as well.
Absolutely.
Like, if it's like, March Madness, like, okay, it's crazy. It's like, oh, and here's Cinco de Mayo this weekend.
Yeah, well, you're
a bowling tournament and all kinds of stuff, but we're all still here. So have you noticed things getting harder?
Yeah, absolutely. You're a poker player, so you probably know about WSOP, the World Series of Poker. That's coming in here at the end of May all the way through mid-June, and I have yet to book my June rooms. My previous video, if you guys watched my previous video, I talk about how I played 6 hours of craps over 2 days and only lost $18, but I was up and down. It was wild swings. So I'm hoping that session can account for something, once it does get accounted for in the next couple of weeks. I hope that I can get something from that to use in June.
And do you have like a forecast of like how long of a window you expect? Like how long do you anticipate waiting for your play to kind of hit to show itself in offers? Or is that just like kind of random? You're like, I wonder if my play that I did 3 months ago has already hit, or you're still waiting. At what point do you kind of like, all right, well, I got to keep, because for me, like with the cruising, I've been booked out like over a year in advance, and you're just like, I haven't booked my things for a couple. So it's a very different like forecasting type of thing. I imagine it's kind of stressful, and you're like, I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 months. Hopefully, I get offers. Because I mean, what happens if you don't?
Well, when I first started, I was looking out maybe 1 week, and that's how I was planning my rooms. So I was gambling every day, trying to earn whatever I could to get to the next week. Over time, though, I've wizened up, and I'm now trying to be at least a few weeks out on my bookings.
Yeah.
As far as when play hits my account, I don't really know, but it feels like it's slower than it was in 2025.
Feels like it takes longer, you mean?
Yeah.
I heard at one point it was like a 6-week cycle or something. Back when we were like Diamond Plus at Caesars, I thought that they had told me it was something like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still the same.
But I know sometimes, like with Caesars and Boyd properties in particular, in the year 2025, with Boyd, if I played a lot, I'd usually see those comps pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. But sadly, I haven't seen anything from them for 3 months now, since the start of the year, and I've been playing. So I don't know what's going on with that end, but I have a feeling maybe my channels kind of expose me to.
Well, maybe you take a road trip and you hit different markets. Would you do something like that?
Absolutely, yeah. As far as expanding the channel, I definitely want to check out more casinos, maybe go cross country, check out, do the Nomad thing and a bunch of properties in a bunch of different states, and maybe even go international as well. We'll see what happens.
So we did that back in 2021, right? We just looked on, like on the Caesars app where you look for like your different offers. We just started like changing the location, and like, what if we just changed the location for, see something in Illinois, and then we had offers in Illinois. So we ended up just like checking for every single state that we could within a reasonable area. And we just ended up stringing together a road trip, staying at like, I don't know, 14 or 15 different Caesars properties. We didn't have to pay the resort fees or anything because we were Diamond Plus at the time. Mm-hmm. And so we had free lodging for our entire road trip. We spent like a month on the road.
That's awesome.
Sponsored by Caesars, but not officially sponsored by Caesars. And it was super fun. I mean, we got out and played disc golf all across the country. At this point, played like 200 disc golf courses and seen a lot of Caesars properties that way. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's a super fun way to explore the country.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
But it talks about, but when that happened, it's because we had, the only way we were possibly able to do that was that we front loaded a lot of play. And that's kind of what goes on with like the cruising in some kind of ways. And I don't know if you front load a lot of play, like with the cruising stuff, I'm able to like if I front load play, I earn a lot of offers at once, and then I book a lot of offers at once. But with you, I don't know if you
Like
front loaded
spread it out, you mean, versus spreading it out?
Well, it means I'm getting a lot of really good. If I play heavy at one point and there's enough offers I can take advantage of, it makes sense to play heavy. Like I could play 1 or 2 cruises where I play a lot, and then I can book 25 cruises from that or something.
Wow.
Right? Because of the cycle and stuff like that. And by the time they realize I pulled my playback, I've already booked 25 cruises or something.
Oh, so
You know what I mean?
So when you
Gotcha.
yeah, so when you actually when you're actually on the cruise, you don't play as much. You don't play as heavy. You kind of
So exactly.
Tone it down a little.
Once I have 25 comp cruises on the schedule and I'm booked a year out and I can't possibly book another cruise, yeah, you just go on the cruises and you dial your playback to like 10%.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like,
We're just
I don't.
wow.
So it's things like that. But if my heavy play wasn't getting me offers, I wouldn't play as much. So that's why I'm asking you with like the Boyd properties. You say they're being hard on you. You don't know if it's because they're channel. You don't know if they're just stingy.
I have
you
no
don't know.
idea. I have
So
no idea.
what's your kind of strategy there? Is it like, hey, I'm gonna up my play to show them, or like, or you think you're just throwing money into a black hole, or do you just pivot to a new property? You talk about priming new proproperties, things like that.
Yeah, I think priming new properties. I mean, I love Boyd. I've always kind of championed Boyd on my channel. I don't know what's going on with that, but I mean, I'll still play. I still enjoy gambling, like
Yeah.
regardless of what property it is. But
Okay.
it'd be nice to actually kind of see more from it, because I
Yeah.
definitely noticed a decrease since June of 2024.
Yeah.
I felt like I had the keys to the city when I started,
Yeah.
and I wasn't doing that much play. And then over time, it just feels like I've been doing more play for less.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
But-
challenging.
Yeah. So real talk. So like Nomad's kind of in on this, but like the scary part of this is like, okay, when I'm booked out for a year, like I'm kind of feeling okay. But then like when there's like gaps or something, or like maybe in your situation, when you're like, okay, well maybe I can amp this up and get this play, and maybe I can play at these other properties and get some play there. Maybe I can, you figure out new ways. But what's the plan when they all, if just Vegas or just casinos across the country, cruise ships and everything just stop comping as much? They're like, look at all these nomads living these things, taking advantage of this stuff. They're in here, they're making videos about it, they're laughing at us, they're teaching other people how to do it, let's cut them off. Like what, I mean, because you said you used to live in an apartment and now you're moving around. Would you be open to some kind of hybrid lifestyle at some point, or are you not worried that it's going to run out ever?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because I definitely am in the process of kind of pivoting.
Okay.
Not 100% towards apartment living or a house, but to what we talked about earlier about traveling the country, I'd love to do more of that, but I'd love to be able to establish a home base. And so that's kind of the next phase here as I move into season 3.
Next.
Van life? Is that the next thing that's coming
A
up?
lot of people have been recommending it in the comments.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've thought about it, but those vans are pretty expensive. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
I don't know if I could do it in a van. I like having housekeeping and having a nice bed, and
But that's why if it's like hybrid, casino, nomad, land and sea, you have like maybe sometime you're in the more rustic accommodations and then you roll up to your good offers and you enjoy your nice
True.
amenities and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then or like weekends when you don't get the weekend. I mean, of course it's possibilities. And then I've done collaborations with other people who have done their own type of completely different nomadic styles and stuff like that too. So it's,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I started this channel just wanting to document my experience to everyone, like not really thinking about the future. But now that I'm kind of getting a little older and the lifestyle is starting to affect my health, I've got to think about ways to kind of pivot. But I'm not going to stop. The content's going to keep coming, guys.
yeah.
I'm not stopping anything. If anything, I might be looking into a home base where I can at least stay for, part time and still do the casinos and stuff. So if worse comes to worse with the offers, that's probably when the pivot will happen.
Yeah.
Either that or when my body screams for, hey, you got to stop eating casino food, So
Well, and when you talk about hybrid options, you've mentioned this a couple times in your channel, and you don't have to go into it if you don't want to, but you also seem to be dealing with aside from health things, like past living experiences that were worse than other people have experienced. So I don't know. You don't have to talk about that.
You're
if you don't want
referring to my neighbor?
My
neighbor?
It sounds to me, and I've heard from a few different videos and stuff, touched on it, but never. But like, is that something that might prevent you from doing a hybrid type of thing, or is that something that's still after this time like still affecting you pretty severely, or is that? Because I don't even fully know what happened. I just saw a few clips and.
I think a lot of people want to know what happened, and I've been dancing around talking about it. I just had a drink. I think I'll open up to you guys about it here a little bit.
Only if you want to. But
yeah. I mean, I think people would appreciate it as well, and if anything, I got to be thankful for the experience that I had with this person, because I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, having a YouTube channel, doing content, and having this crazy casino nomad life. So I lived in Colorado at the time, and I had this downstairs neighbor who was just extremely erratic, chaotic. He was an older man, probably in his 60s. And at first when I moved in, things were great. We got along well. We shared a passion for reggae music. And so I was like, oh yeah, I play in a reggae band. Like everything was cool. We'd see each other, we'd say hi in passing and stuff. And then, almost like a light switch, he just would start accusing me of breaking into his apartment. And like, I'd never been inside his apartment. I never gone downstairs at all or anything. But he would just bang on the ceiling, my floor, with the broomstick or whatnot. Every time I took a step, the apartment was very creaky. So I felt like I was walking on eggshells in my environment. So it's like, what the heck? Why is he getting so upset about me just moving around? So that started affecting me kind of negatively. And then he would randomly have outbursts where he'd come up and just bang on my door and just say, I know where you live. Like, I'm gonna effing get you. Like, stop breaking into my apartment. I'm like, dude, I'm in my underwear. I'm having a nap.
Right.
And he would just come in, and like, it was kind of traumatic. Yes, he's an older guy.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's just, this continued for some time. I did contact the property management and everything. They said, I'm sorry, like, there's nothing we can really do. He's an old man. Like, he's probably got some mental issues or something. Right. Doesn't have a whole lot of family. And he would have weird people coming over to his house as well. So I don't know what was going on there, but it was just a very tense situation. So just imagine living in a place for a year where you're constantly, you come in and you don't want to be there.
Right.
Because you're trapped with the lease. Just one of the reasons why I like the casino nomad lifestyle. I don't have a lease. I can bounce around as I please. But I digress. And then I remember vividly, there was one evening in September of 2024. No, excuse me, I think it was 2023. And I had my windows open. I was sleeping. And then around 3 a.m, I hear a car alarm that sounds kind of like my car alarm from the carport nearby going off. And then I hear my neighbor downstairs from outside screaming up at me saying, Henry, your car's on fire.
Was it the same guy? Or was it somebody else was
this is the same. No, this is the guy downstairs. This is the guy downstairs.
Set your car on fire, and then he's like, Henry, your car's on fire.
There was no the carport was in an unlit area. There were no cameras around that area.
Okay.
What was he doing outside?
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know what he was doing out at 3 a.m., but all of a sudden my car's in flames. And then, speaking with the investigators, they determined that someone had broken the glass and then set an igniter. I don't know if it was a Molotov cocktail or what, but so it was a break-in and then just.
And an investigator, even told you it was that stuff.
He
couldn't have been an accident. You just
it could not have been an accident. It could not have. Yeah, it was definitely targeted. It felt very targeted to me.
Well, that is a very targeted thing. I don't think people just do that.
The guy you would most suspect just happens to be outside.
And he just happens to be outside at 3 a.m. yelling up at me.
Leave it at that, I guess.
Yeah, and so the arson investigator, they were never able to determine who did it. There were no leads or anything. I thought that the fire department did a pretty terrible job with my case. And unfortunately, I didn't have comprehensive insurance on the car because it was really old. It was a 2007 Honda Civic. And so I thought, well, you know, if someone breaks in, I'll just, you know, replace a windshield. I don't need to get fire coverage. Who's gonna light my car on fire, you know?
Oh man.
Who would have known?
So do you have comprehensive insurance now?
I do. Yes. Yes.
Oh man.
So that's the neighbor story. I know a lot of you guys were probably wondering. So that's the short story of the neighbor story.
All right. So anyone who's saying, "Oh, it couldn't have been that," I don't know, guys. Targeted arson
Sounds pretty bad.
sounds pretty scary. I don't think I would be pretty happy about that, or
But-
feel pretty comfortable with that either.
Yeah, and it was traumatic. And then it was after that experience, once my lease ended in June of 2024, or the end of May 2024, that's when I said, you know what, I don't want to sign a lease. I don't want to have to deal with neighbors for a little bit. And so I
Honestly.
said, I was already a gambler at the time, gambling, playing craps and everything. So I already had comps. I already had free rooms and stuff. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just take advantage of some rooms.
Yeah.
And then what I thought would be a temporary period has now turned into almost 2 years.
So would you call it a trial by fire? Sorry.
Good God, woman.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been a while. I've been wanting to open up to the channel about that. Thank you for probing me. It's something that has been very personal to me for a long period of time,
yeah.
and it's the main reason why I started this. I don't know where I'd be if that hadn't happened. So in a way, if that neighbor's watching, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so that's the neighbor story. And as far as getting into a future living situation, I know we can't really vet our neighbors ahead of time, but I think I'm at that point where I'll be ready to settle down.
Maybe a bottom floor for you next time, or
Bottom. I don't know. I kind of like the higher floors. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but
maybe a carpet.
maybe a carpet. Yeah. All I know is that when
Shag carpet.
all I know is that when I test the unit, I'm gonna jump up and down in every corner just to make sure it doesn't creak. So as far as people go, like obviously I have neighbors in not the apartments, in the casinos that I'm in. But if I have an issue with the neighbor, they're usually gone within 1 or 2 nights.
yeah, or you can move.
Or I move, or I check out, or I check into a different room or something.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any experiences with dealing with people?
I was about to ask you the same thing, because even we were talking about just briefly. We really tried. We were hanging out with Henry a little bit earlier today, and we're like, we can't talk about anything. We want to talk about stuff
We were all silent.
because this is like supposed to be, you know, like we're all finding stuff out together
Yeah,
here
exactly.
right now. You know what I mean? Like we're all hanging out. None of this is rehearsed or scripted or anything. So like, but one thing that did come up was like connecting doors and stuff like that. Like not wanting to stay in connecting rooms when you're not staying in a connecting room with somebody else, right? Because they're louder, there's noise bleed. I feel like there's another door someone can come in, right? And now it makes sense why that would be concerning too. We also always try to like not have a connecting thing. I try to do the stuff like, oh yeah, let's take the quiet one at the end of the hallway. Everyone wants to be close to the elevators. Everyone wants to be close to the stairs. Walk as little as possible. And I'm like, put me in the back corner where it's more quiet and stuff like that, because you don't really think, and this is something that Emma talks about on her channel when she gets real with some of this stuff. She shares more of those things. Like you don't really think how much being around thousands of people all the time really like weighs and affects you, because you're not really interacting with like a lot of those people. You're not having like positive interactions like this. It's mostly like surface level. It's mostly noise. It's mostly
Kids running down the hall.
yeah, banging on doors, or smell bleeds, or people smoking on their balcony they're not supposed to, or like the neighbory stuff that doesn't actually come with the neighbor community. You know what I mean? Like the negatives of neighbors, like all that kind of stuff, without like the, oh hey Miss Jemima, it's good to see you. Thanks for watching my house. Or thanks for like walking my dog, or something. You know, like there's no. I think that's like a larger society thing, like the breakdown kind of communities and neighborhoods and stuff in general. So we're like, oh, go pick out an apartment or something like that. We're like, well, we don't know what our neighbor's going to be like in general, it's kind of harder to break into those communities. So without tangenting too much on that, it's like on a cruise ship or when we're checking into a hotel, we're surrounded by people above us, around us all the time. Elevators are packed, things are packed. Vegas is busy, Reno's busy.
Yeah.
The Caribbean cruise ships are busy, right? Music is playing. Everyone's on vacation, and they're on vacation for 1 week or 3 days. And most people can go really hard and not need any sleep and not need noise and not need like space to themselves for 3 weeks or for 3 days, for 1 week. But when you're living in a casino, or like in our case, living on cruise ships for like months at a time, the amount of stimulation versus what you get in a like an apartment or a house when you get like more withdrawn space is just totally different. It's totally overwhelming. So like, have you know, like, and on your end also, you're checking in and checking out sometimes just 2 nights, right? Like you mentioned in a recent video, I remember like, oh, I have a 5-night stay. This is sick.
I love 5-night stays. I love
because that's about as long as you can do at a time, right? It's 5-night.
Yeah.
So how does that stuff kind of weigh on you over time? Because I know some people are like, oh, you should just, you know, you talked about the benefits of not being stuck in one place because of 2 nights if the neighbors suck, they're gone.
Yeah, there is a flexibility to it, but there also is a lot of aspects that are taxing. And definitely checking in and out constantly is one of them. Every 2 nights, 3 nights, 5 nights. It's crazy. But the way that I've gotten through it is by being very minimalistic.
Yeah.
I've really embraced the concept of minimalism. I can pretty much carry 90% of my life on me or carry it in my hands or both. And that's how I do it. So
us too. People look at us crazy because we bring like one backpack for each of us. Like we just have everything in one bag. Granted, we do have a house full of a lot of things, but when we travel, we keep it really, really limited. And it's just nice to throw your crap in a bag and just leave.
Yeah.
And we're also lucky that we can travel lighter because we now have things like complimentary laundry and things like that too. That does help. It's a game changer. I know. Do laundry every day now, whatever.
Well, before I was doing our laundry in the sink, so
I know how that is. I know how that is. Yep.
Nomad life, guys.
You can actually just wear your clothes in the shower and then just soap up. I swear to God,
Really?
I've worn the same thing for a week and I just don't take it off when I shower, and you're good. Not true. But there are those types of things that do. But I've always been a proponent of minimalism because for me, even things like on the airplane, because now it's like, oh yeah, you get, even if you're not flying a budget airline and you get one carry-on and you get one personal item under the seat, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, everyone brings a million things on the plane, and 50% of the time, or 75% of the time, you get on an airplane, they're like, all right, everyone, we're out of overhead baggage space and stuff like that. We're going to need to check every single bag to your final destination. And then you look out the window, and the handlers are like chucking the...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm very much like, I don't want to have to worry. And then those stresses kind of add up. Because I'm traveling for like 4 months with stuff, I need it to not break. I need it to, if I have tech, if I have other kind of stuff. So even just keeping my stuff under my power of movement and things like that is much more relaxing. If we're switching between ships after a thing, if I can pack up a bag that takes a minute, it's much more relaxing than every time we have to go on a new cruise. It takes 30, 40 minutes to pack up. Those things weigh on you over the course of a leg or something.
Absolutely. Let's see, I wanted to just kind of go back to the topic of comps very quick.
Yeah.
As far as like, I talk a lot about priming.
Yeah.
Like priming new properties and stuff. So when it comes to cruise ships, how did you guys start to get the train going?
Good question. So I'll answer your first one, or your first part first, because I think it'll be quicker. So MGM and Unity from Hard Rock have a partnership with Royal and Celebrity. So if you play at those properties and you earn a certain amount of tier, you might earn a free cruise through Royal through that. I believe Caesars has something with Norwegian. I just saw a flyer about it somewhere here today. Yeah. So I don't know what the limit is or something like that, but you can look into those programs, see if they have something like that.
Elite,
okay, so Diamond Elite. So if you get Diamond Elite, because you're playing here anyway, and then you gets you on a Norwegian cruise, that's the starting point, right? For us, back in 2019, we went on a poker cruise hosted by Annie Up. So we actually got a discounted rate by going in their block of rooms, and then we also had access to their own private poker room on board. So it was great. We played poker tournaments, but that was our first cruise. And while we were on that cruise, we also we didn't have a targeted plan, but we, I guess, primed a little bit in the casino on board.
Okay.
And we might have gotten a little bit lucky because we started to see some offers like post lockdown, post COVID pandemic. And so maybe the cruise lines were desperate to get people back and they were looser with the offers, but for whatever reason, we had complimentary offers even without that much play when cruising started up again. And then so we started cruising the beginning of 2023. And then once I got on that, I was more targeted and stuff like that. So once you get on the first cruise, in order to keep it going, and I have videos about this on my channel if you're interested in like the longer answer, but like the first thing I do is look for trying to earn an onboard certificate. So at the very beginning of the cruise, you can go to the host desk and it'll say, hey, if you earn 1,000 points, so that'd be 5,000 coin in slots, right? Or 10,000 in video poker, now 15,000. Here's a list of cruises that you can take. It'll say where it goes out of, what cruise ship it is, how long it is, and what category of cruise cabin. It's an interior cabin, is it a balcony or whatever.
Yeah.
Then if during that sailing you earn that many, you're guaranteed to have one of those cruises. And so that's kind of where I start, like, and then there's ways to optimize the program and stuff, because if you earn 2,500 points, you also earn an annual cruise. Because 2,500 points, which is which is called Prime. It's the first status in the Club Royale casino status.
Prime,
Prime.
Yeah.
But so you earn a free cruise just by getting to Prime, and then you'll earn a free certificate for earning 2,000 points already. So then you can get off that ship, and then once you get Prime, you also get free drinks in the casino, which most people pay for an alcohol package on a cruise ship because most people want to drink on their week off or whatever. But so you kind of kill 3 birds with 1 stone. You get a drink package, you get a free cruise for Prime, and then you get a free onboard certificate as well. So for me, it's about budgeting and targeting. Don't just go on there and randomly play and end up with like 2,450 points when 2,500 gets you another free cruise, drinks, and everything, because you just weren't like, because you were playing too high or you were playing too risky and you blew your budget too fast or something else like that.
That's why you stick with the low volatility.
Exactly. Some people go in, they're like blasting at, dancing drum, triple max action, or like the most volatile buffalo machine they can find. And it's not like those aren't fun games. It's just like, if you do well in them early on, you hit a big bonus. You're like, yeah, you're up the whole cruise, and then that's great. But when your budget, you only earn like 600 points because you didn't do that well volatility wise. It's hard. So that's why I advocate towards like the lower volatility stuff, whether it be a lower volatility video poker, because even video poker, you can play triple double bonus XL bonus streak or ultimate X or something like that, and it's just really, really high volatile. Or you can play single line or multi-line jacks or better and play for like a really long time.
I've been doing a lot of bonus poker because they pay 2 to 1.
Bonus poker is like just 1 pip up. It's just like the second least volatile. But it's more fun if you get quads, but you still get, the payout for 2 pairs is massive.
Yeah, that's what's kind of been
keeps you alive,
keeping me alive. And then over time, hopefully I'll be able to get rooms out of it.
But that's the essence of low volatility, is the idea of keeping you alive.
Yeah, right? Survival.
Yeah.
Nice.
But does that kind of answer your question?
Oh, yeah.
Getting started on
absolutely.
Step 1, get on a cruise. So if you have to pay out of pocket, or if you can earn it from some other kind of way, that's ideal. But get on there, see if cruising's even for you. Like, maybe you spend the first couple days like seeing if you even like cruising. Don't go first thing right to the casino, earn a free cruise, and then spend 3 days and be like, I hate this.
Yeah.
And now I just spent all this money to earn like 3 more of these, and I don't want to go on. Feel it out, see if you like it.
Absolutely.
Or go on a 3-night cruise and see if you like it, and then if you do, in the last day or 2, use your budget to try to earn another one.
Okay, nice.
Do you have any goals this year aside from, obviously it's like to get the next stuff scheduled and keep living your life, but do you have any like larger things that you're maybe thinking about or targeting?
That's a good question. Obviously, first of all, is my health. I want to get my health kind of in check, because otherwise I won't be able to do this if I don't have health.
Sure.
But coming to Reno here is great. I look forward to doing some priming here and hopefully getting some offers. I really want to do more travel. this coming year. So I know I've gotten requests to go to check out the California casinos, go check out Arizona, Minnesota, for you guys in Minnesota. So I'd like to, season 3 of Nomading is, I want to expand more because I've spent so much time in Las Vegas and Laughlin, and granted, I love it there, but I'm ready to travel and experience some new properties, new casinos, and just kind of expand my domain.
greener pastures from all the brown and red. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds awesome. Season 3,
Yeah.
Casino Nomad.
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah. We're excited for it.
Yeah, this has been great.
Been
This
fun.
has been great, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully you guys have found the content here informative, entertaining. Please head over. If you want more information about cruises and travel, check out their channels. Cruise Comp Captain and Abroad That Travels. I'll have the information and the links in the description. I know I definitely learned a lot, and Financial Advisor and I are looking forward to booking our next cruise, and you may be hearing from us.
Yeah. Cruise collab.
Who knows?
Maybe
Maybe a cruise collab.
Maybe. I guess if you guys are
We'll see,
interested,
we'll
let
see
us
what
know.
happens.
Yeah.
I'll make the t-shirts.
Okay. And I hear that cruisers have obsessions with rubber ducks, right?
Ducks,
We'll have a
ducks,
little rubber duck
A fountain.
ducks, door magnets, and upside down pineapples.
and upside down pineapples.
If you know, you
Interesting.
know.
Okay. All right.
You know. Comment below.
All right. Guys, this has been wonderful. Again, a big thank you to the Silver Legacy Resort Drinks Lounge for having us here. This has been amazing. We're going to go get some dinner, maybe even do some gambling. If we do that, you'll find that over on my Crappy channel. But thanks for sticking with the video, guys. We'll see you next week. I'll be back in Vegas, and we'll be up to some more shenanigans here in these casinos. So show them some love. Thank you guys again for being on the show, on the
thank you.
Nomad show here.
This is a blast.
This is great. All right, guys. With that, peace out.